Labrolia, do I have you with me?
I am here, Kelly.
All right, welcome. And the proper introduction, you know what, I got to meet him in Atlanta, Georgia back in March. And I tell you, he lights up a room. His smile is just so just contagious. And I just love talking with you, Steve. I wish I could get some more time with you just to get in your back pocket and just to, realize that, you know what, you are paving the way for us here in TelexFREE. We're so excited about what you're doing for everybody's business. And I'm, literally pacing around the pool here, watching my little one swim around, and I am just so on fire, just like everybody else on this call. We're so excited about what you have to bring to the table. And bringing to the line Mr. Steve Labrolia, Corporate International Marketing Director.
Thank you so much, Kelly, and thank you, everybody. It is so exciting to be a part of this company and this business, and it's really awesome to hear you, Kelly. You're walking around your pool, doing your business, and changing lives as we move on down this road. We're really excited. And the other thing that's really cool about this is you can always hear the amount of pings that are coming in. So many people are dialing into this call, and this just prompted this morning. I called Randy, and it's the kind of reach that the leaders have in this business to go out and reach out and let everybody know to hop on a quick call. It came together fast, and I'm definitely honored to have such great leaders out there that are working the business, and we're doing what we can here to help everybody grow. And as we work through our bumps in the road, we'll just keep plowing through them and keep moving in the right direction. As Kelly said, we are absolutely experiencing phenomenal growth. It is really, really exciting where we're going. It's exciting what we're doing. And that's pretty much what prompted this call, because so one of the things that happened the beginning of this week, which it's kind of exciting because it's happened because we're growing so much, is the bank came to us and the bank said, you guys have far exceeded the amount of transfers that you can do on a given week, and we can't allow you to do any more transfers. Now, the exciting thing is it's happening because we're growing so fast and doing so many transfers, and I'm tickled about it. And as you all have heard me saying in the previous weeks and months, we are rolling into a new payout that will give you access to your funds through a debit or credit card, and that was right on the brink of launching for next week. We actually have expedited that process, put more people on it, and get that processing gear faster, so that we can get this launched for you before next week. The only downside of this is there's probably about half of the people that have requested funds this past week that are going to actually get bumped back in, and we're going to expedite those next week when we get into the new process. But I wanted everybody to know, because we're getting emails, questions, I'm getting the leaders coming to us, and we're trying to do our best to get that process into the new system, the people that have requested a week and a half ago, as fast as we can, because our goal is to make sure everybody gets paid, and that's what we're trying to do. And so I called Randy this morning because I've been getting questions, emails, calls, and I said, you know what, Randy, you're doing your call today, and I know he's on his way to Florida to do some meetings, and he wasn't going to do a call today. I said, can you get a message out so that I can hop on and talk to everybody? Because I wanted to talk to everybody myself. We are just tickled at the amount of growth that we're seeing, and as I said, all it's doing is it is expedited a process that we have wanted to get in the gear. And as all of you know, you've been part of this company for whether it's days, months, or even a year now. We have had our stumbling blocks, and every single stumbling block we hit, we do the best to make it past it. We are moving into the next phase of this company when we hit that new platform that's coming up real soon, and a lot of this little stuff that we're dealing with on a daily basis will all be gone. But most of all, we want to make sure everybody gets paid. That is what we strive, and that is what we will always keep plowing forward on. So we are moving that forward. And what I'm going to do is Jim and Jay and I were on a call for quite some time, a little bit earlier, and what discussed is the best way to train everybody on how to get paid so that nobody is left out in the cold. We want to make sure that everybody on this call, not on this call, that's in the business, understands exactly how they can get paid as fast as they can get paid. And so what we're going to do is, aside from this call that I'm doing today, and I'll get into a little bit more details, we're also going to set up a live webinar type call on Tuesday, 1 o'clock Eastern time. I think that is what we'll put a notice out on it so that everybody can actually log in and watch going through your back office, where there'll be a new link in there that will talk about GPG Pay, and that'll walk you through the steps on getting it downloaded to bank account, downloaded to debit credit card, or however you want to get paid on it. So that day has come, and we are absolutely fired up about it. It's very, very exciting. This is what's really cool. We were just going through a back office staging on it, looking at it, and when you go in there and you set up your payments and your money gets transferred from TelexFREE, we'll go over into the GPG system, and then you can see your money in there, and you can access it, pull it out, put it on a debit card or in your bank account. You can set it up to send you a text when the transaction is done. I mean, it's really cool, and I know that texting nowadays, it sounds so simple, but it just excites me to know the level of technology that we're getting into and where we're going is really, really awesome. So what I wanted everyone to understand is for anybody that did not get their deposit on time this week, at about half of them, a little bit less than half, but I know that if I was on the side that didn't get my deposit, to me it's 100%. Nobody got their deposit because I didn't get mine. It is absolutely going to come, and we will try to expedite those into the new process so that you get those quicker. But we are absolutely excited about this new process. And as I said, anybody that's listened to me over the course of the past weeks, months, this is what I've been talking about for so long on this payout, and it is here. And thank God the bank came to us this week and said, you've exceeded your transaction. So we actually said, we need this today to be up and running. So it's a good thing. It expedited the process. We had the right people in the right place to get it done. And Jim and I were just watching some back office pictures of it, and it's very, very exciting. I'm tickled about the whole thing. I also wanted to talk, this is a funny little story I'll just throw out there. I had somebody come to me yesterday, a stockbroker, came to me and said, Steve, I want to ask you, aren't you guys TelexFREE? And I said, yes, we are TelexFREE. He goes, that's interesting. I just had somebody come to me as a TelexFREE agent and asked me, as a stockbroker, do I want to invest in a business? And I want everybody on this call to know we are not an investment opportunity. Please, please, please stop saying investment opportunity. If you're out there saying that, please stop. We want our business for both the company and the agents and anyone else that comes on board to have a future with us and to be around for a long, long, long time. That word in presenting this opportunity is not what you want to be using. It is an opportunity. That's it. You are sharing an opportunity to help people change their lives. You're not guaranteed anything. You have an opportunity. You can buy and sell products, and you can advertise your products, and the goal is to go out there and sell those products. Sell the services. If you don't sell the services, yes, the company has a policy right now in place that they'll buy that back from you, but go out and sell the service. Please, please, please do not use the word it's an investment, because that's not what we are, and we want all of you to have a future with us. We do not want anybody to take away that future from any of us. So I thought it was a funny little story. He called me up inquiring about it. I said, yeah, we are TelexFREE. What about it? Oh, I got a chuckle, but it wasn't very funny. It was very kind of concerning to me. The new platform that we're talking about, it is still in the makes. It is still coming together. We're still looking at sometime, I'm going to say the end of September on that probably. But this step right here. The payout to debit to a credit card or a bank account is we just expedited that process, and that only came because the bank came to us and said, you've done too many wires. And we've only done too many wires because all of you out there are building businesses fast and furious. I listen to the leaders talk. I listen to the business opportunities that are out there. I listen to all of the things that are going on out there in the field, and everybody is working the business really, really hard. Something else that has been brought to me a number of times: can we here in the United States or anywhere else sponsor somebody from Brazil? Absolutely not right now. Until we get the Brazil situation squared away, and it will get squared away, just ask them to be patient if they call you and ask you, because we don't want any of you to lose your business opportunity, and that's what would happen. We don't want that to happen to any one of you. The other thing that seems to be reoccurring, people are always asking me, our credit card situation. Steve, I put in a credit card, it doesn't go through, or I get an error, or I get this, or I get that. Well, what has happened is we had so much fraud going on in our system. We kept narrowing the field and narrowing the field and narrowing the field to a point where now things are finally looking like we're on the right track, but what's happening is a lot of people are getting credit card issues. We had put out an email to the leaders, credit card verify at TelexFREE.com, get a copy of a credit card in there, get a copy of a driver's license in there, and get a copy of a credit card bill that you get in the mail in there. Upload it in. We got flooded with so many requests to get what we call put on a white list. So we are backed up on that. And I know there's people on this call that are saying to me, Steve, we waited 2 weeks for that credit card verification. We're doing our best to expedite that process. And anybody that's waiting, I apologize from my heart that it's taken so long. Believe me, we would love to get the money in to get those businesses up and running, but we also want to make sure that all of you, your credit cards are safe, all that your money is safe. We're not just in this business for the short term. We're in this business to build relationships. We're in this business to build relationships with you, the agent, the banks, all of the credit card organizations. We're in this business for the long haul, and we want to make sure that we're around for that. So if this whole process is somewhat tumultuous and agonizing, it will pass. We will get this behind us, and you will. Once you're on a white list, you can use your credit card, and it will clear up. The other thing that some people have brought to my attention, there are still some binary issues that are still out there. We are still working on that. I know that some people have come to me, Steve, my binary balanced, I'm back on the game, I'm running with it, and that's great, but it has not happened to everybody. So if you're still out there, be patient, and I know you've heard that from me before. You think I got a hospital going here with all the patients I'm trying to put out, but just understand that we are working around the clock to get things right. We will absolutely get there. I promise you, we will get there. I've used the Amway story to many of you, and they started in a garage, and they had lots of bumps in the road, and they got shut down in countries, and they had product issues, and they had compensation issues, and they had so many issues growing through their bumps. But you know what? That was back in the 50s, and they were back in the 50s when they started. Well, look at them today. We plan on being around for a long, long time. So all we ask is just be patient. We've got some great leaders. People send me emails or they call me and they ask for help, and I do all I can to help. And I respect their patience, and I respect all of you for what you do on a daily basis. You're out in the trenches. I hear Randy and Kelly introduce me. Steve, you work tireless hours, and you do all of this. We do work tireless hours here. But Randy right now is on his way to Florida. For what? He's going down to do meeting after meeting after meeting. And I know that the leaders out there, and I know that the people out there are out showing this opportunity to people trying to change lives and trying to change their life. So all of you out there, don't just pat me on the back. Pat yourself on the back, because you're all doing a great job. And just be patient with these things. This new payout system is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be so cool, and it will be in place next week. I will, as I said, 1 o'clock, I'm going to get a message out, 1 o'clock on Tuesday. We're going to have a live webinar, and we probably will use Randy's call here, but I'll talk to him about that. I don't want to impede on his opportunity. We will have that available for everybody to watch, get the training. We will also then record that and get that uploaded, because nothing is more important to us than making sure you get your money. And if you've got questions about it, we want your questions answered. We want to make sure you have access to that. And it's really also cool that the back office in this page that we're watching is in 4 languages. There's also a Chinese language out there. I can't read any of it, but I'm sure there are people on this call that can. So we're moving in the right direction. You're with the right team. You're with the right company. Have patience. Be excited what you've got. Be excited where we're going. We're growing so fast, and that's the only reason why we've had issues, and we're moving into a platform that will be able to handle all of this stuff. So Godspeed, travel fast, get the business in front of people and explain to them that we haven't reached ground level yet. To me, ground level is going to be when we're on that new platform, and then you think that we're growing fast now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to explode when we hit that new platform. So keep on running with the business. Keep on doing what you do. Kelly, keep on introducing. You're doing a great job out there. And all the leaders, thank you for all that you do, and thank you for all of your patience. And look forward to the call on Tuesday where we can walk through the back office on how to get paid going forward. And keep your chin up, everybody. We're here. We're going to keep working, and I'd like all of you to do the same thing. So all of you, make it an awesome, awesome day. You've got to make it an awesome day. Don't just have one. Make it an awesome day. And keep your chin up. Thank you for everybody. Drive safe, Randy.
Steve, thank you so much for that call. We really appreciate it.
Unmuted.
For clarification, for some
Muted.
Steve, are you still
unmuted?
I am, but I couldn't see.
Muted.
Steve, just for clarity,
unmuted.
a couple issues there.
Muted.
To make sure that everybody on the line understands that you mentioned about the new pay card system where people can get paid on their current debit cards or credit cards that they have. But will the, for those that still want to have the direct deposits hit their accounts, will they still be available?
Absolutely. The option will be credit card or a bank account. They'll have either option, so they can set that up in there, either a credit card, not necessarily a debit card, because as we know, a debit card just is attached to a bank account. So either bank account or a credit card.
Okay, and then the other thing is with the bank account or the credit card, the other thing is that we want to just make sure that everybody understands that with this new system, when the funds are sent over to GBG, they'll be available immediately for the people to make withdrawals on that. Is that correct?
Yeah, the way that process will work is you will go into your TelexFREE back office, and you will request whatever you want to request. That money will then get sent over to the GPG system. The first time this process takes time, it'll be basically like you started a job, and then there's that 2-week window. So once you get your first withdrawal, you can go there and pull money out of there all the time, pretty much instantaneously. We're still trying to monitor exactly the fastest we can get the money to you and still not have any fraudulent transactions. So really, if you go into your TelexFREE back office today or say Tuesday and you withdraw whatever, let's say $1,000, sends over to GPG, well, now the money is in GPG and it will sit there for 2 weeks, but you do it again next week if you want. And now whatever money is sitting in GPG, once that has cleared fraud situation that we do not want anybody to get hurt and lose their money, you go into that, you log in, and it says funds are available, and it'll show all your funds that are available, and then you click on whatever funds you want, however much you want, transfer, and you get a text immediately saying the transfer has been made into your credit card or your bank account. So the first time that transaction takes place, you'll have a little bit of a delay, but once you're on that cycle, you can get it almost instantaneously once it's over there. So, you know, as we all know, fraud hurts all of us. Fraud hurts all of you, the agents, and fraud hurts us, the company, because money comes in that isn't really there, it gets stolen. So we're trying to protect all of us and make sure that you all get the money you deserve, and we kind of cut out the fraud person, because that's our goal. So the whole thing is protecting all. So the first time, like I said, it may take a couple of weeks, but once you're in that process and you're moving, then you can actually, once you see the money, it'll be available on GPG. You can move it to your credit card or your bank account immediately.
Well, I tell you what, Steve, that's not a problem, because nobody wants to kill the goose that lays the golden eggs, and so we got to make sure that the company is protected against fraud, and then all of us at the same time, because of and we know the amount of fraud that has went through the company already. So we thank you for giving us these additional payment processing